It was another party weekend in early March at the Northside Houston bar Vulcan. Betcha none of these people know they are dancing in a place that still has not passed a city safety inspection for the sprinkler system. Safety rules for a big nightclub doesn't seem to matter so much to the folks who own this place. And you know what? Why should they care? We're about to show you how Volcan has made a mockery of the Houston Fire Marshal's office. When the club opened in early 2019, they never bothered with any of those pesky safety inspections required by the city to even get the right to be in the place. Not even an occupancy permit, the right to open their club. This place only had a permit for what used to be here, a hair school, the legal right to bring in just 49 people. Yeah, right. Does this look like 49? Houston fire inspectors never stepped foot in the place until October 31st of 2020. A complaint finally brought the weekend team of Houston fire inspectors inside. The bar hadn't opened yet that night, but a big Michelob Ultra Massacre was planned. The fire marshal report shows inspectors discovered the place had no C of O. That's a certificate of occupancy, no permission to be open. But there's no ticket or citation issued. In fact, the inspectors just left. And they didn't come back for almost a month. And when they did, still no C of O. Vulcan had simply ignored inspectors and stayed open. How do we know? On Facebook, the DJ is telling folks in Spanish to come on down.
Miércoles, día de Thanksgiving, con la promoción de cubeta de modelo, solo $5.
You know what time it is. It's Modelo time. It's Modelo time. Todo el mes de noviembre, cubetas de modelo a $6 toda la noche.
Those fire inspectors, they're real nice. Despite a full year of cheating safety rules, Vulcan was told it could stay open. But just for those 49 folks they were legally able to hold. Inspectors didn't even wait around to count to make sure Vulcan complied. Remember, this is a bar that didn't even have an inspection before it opened. On December 5th, inspectors finally come back to issue their first citation to the owner of Vulcan. On December 19th, they're back again. They found that HPD Vice was planning an undercover operation that night at Vulcan. At 1 a.m., Vulcan was shut down, and the fire inspectors counted just how many people came out of the place. Wait for it, 776 people in a place that was only legally allowed to hold 49. Inspectors noted the fire extinguishers weren't in the right place, inspected, or tagged. The fire marshal's report says the owners had left before they could be identified and given a citation. On December 26th, a security guard from a nearby business told fire inspectors who had come back that the owner actually had a vehicle at the back exit for a quick departure when there was trouble. We've seen the guy who runs the place, Miguel Cruz. Here's a couple of more snapshots from his Facebook page. Guess what? Vulcan finally got a temporary occupancy permit to be open on February 11th of this year, even though their sprinkler system had still not passed inspection. There was a catch. The club had to pay for 2 fire inspectors to watch the bar and all the folks in it when it was open, just in case there was a fire. It's called a fire watch, and it's something that I've questioned for a real long time. It's great overtime for the fire inspectors because the clubs are forced to do it. But can we be frank? How are 2 guys gonna really help if a fire breaks out in a club packed with people? We all know what can happen when a blaze gets out of control at a nightclub. 100 folks died in this station nightclub fire in Rhode Island. A lot of them trampled to death just trying to escape. And Vulcan's temporary permit, it expired. But that didn't stop them. The club opened up again illegally. On Facebook, the club announced, "We're back." Who's mad? We knew the folks at Vulcan had already seen our undercover video from December. Our team came back with plenty to tell us.
There's a ton of underage drinking. There's drugs.
When one of our investigators tried to order a drink, we were told no credit cards.
The drinks were cash only. All of the bar was cash only.
That's interesting. Cash only. That means no paper trail. We know that clubs all across town have to pay beer, wine, and liquor taxes to the state of Texas. And you can even look to see how much they're paying online on the Comptroller Glenn Hager's website. That's funny. Look at all the zeros. We know a lot of bars have been shut down by the state because of COVID in 2020, but not Volcan. And their Facebook page may now come back to haunt them. Looks like quite the party on March 15th. Here's some raw footage posted on March 23rd. This guy is showing off his beer and booze. But let's go back to the tax page. You see a big zero from the bar. Look at May. I guess it's possible they didn't drink at that secret party. Look at the jam-packed bar in June. But still, zero in taxes paid. And remember that Halloween video? Well, they may have massacred Michelob that night, but they didn't pay a penny in taxes. We called the state comptroller's office, and they tell us they have become aware of what's been going on down at Vulcan. Houston Fire Marshal Alfredo Martinez, he won't even talk to us, and he should be embarrassed. How do massive bars open and stay open illegally for months and months, and no fire inspector even steps foot in the place for over a year? The parking lot is clearly full. How do you let the owners play you guys like that? Safety, City Hall, it matters.